Oh, what a shitty day. Oh, man. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. Baruch Hashem. Thank God, last night, woke up around 1:45. It was 1:45. Oh, the G-Wagon. Here we go, folks. I'm going to tell you a story about how a flatbed tractor trailer ripped the front end of my G-Wagon off, and I fired. Oh my God, it's beeping like crazy. And I fired. It's sad to say this. A client. And not by text either. You ready for today's episode of Mikey Pipes Uncensored? Let's fucking go. It's Thursday, folks. Thursday, the 18th of June, 2026. Here we go again. Yesterday, Daniel, Derek, and I, we did a customer-supplied ductless mini split system. Let's just say that Derek fucked it up. He fucked it up. And he's going back to not being able to use the automatic flaring tool anymore by Navik. Nope. We're going to have to old school his ass. He's going back to a manual block with the little thing you spin around. He's going to have to learn how to flare tubing for those connections. Man, the 4 connections that he needed to do for this literally 2.5 foot line set, 3 of them effed up. Killed an hour. Oh, be quiet. So we did that, and then I wanted an estimate for a client who wants a ductless mini split system. She's not serious. You know, no room in the electric panel. She's window shopping. And then, and that's like 11 o'clock. I was like, you know what? Let me go home. It's my father-in-law's last day sitting Shiva in New York before he goes back to Florida. Let me go home and spend the last day, there. So when I pull up to the house, this vehicle got delivered back from the dealer, right? Because it was out. Because Sunday when I went to go use the vehicle, they closed the door and it says the driver's door is open. You can imagine what it's like driving a vehicle and it thinks the driver's door is open. It doesn't work too well. They brought it back yesterday, and they parked smack in the middle of the driveway. And then my wife's trying to park in the driveway as well, thinking that she's going to get in there as well, and that doesn't work out, right? Like, you can't. If a vehicle's smack in the middle of a 2-car driveway, you're not going to be able to get another car in there. But she managed to do it anyway. So I recruited my sister-in-law, Melissa. I said, Melissa, do me a favor. I have to go play musical cars. So she pulled the car out, I pulled this, and I was driving the Porsche yesterday. Shut up! And I parked that. Anyway, lo and behold, long story short, I park the G-Wagon in front of the house, across the street. The 911 is in front of the house, right in front of the house. And I'm having a little bit of lunch. In case you're wondering, some tuna fish salad. In case you're wondering, just some tuna fish salad. No crackers yet because of the surgery in the mouth, right? Oh God, this fucking car. I'm sitting in the kitchen. My neighbor, Ochad, calls me. He goes, Mikey! I go, Manishma. He goes, someone is in your car. It's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I got a picture of the license plate. Big truck. I'm like, what? Yeah, big truck. Here's a picture of it. I'm like, oh. Just what I freaking need. Just what I need. Come on. This is annoying, right? It's really annoying. This flatbed tractor trailer rips the front end of the G-Wagon off, the brush guard. Man. Well, thank God no one was injured, right? Well, come on, man. The truck that is like literally cursed. I'm cursed. This vehicle has been to the shop 4 times for the battery dying, 1 time for the door being open, and now the front end gets ripped off. And I've had it for about 24 months, 2 years. I'm like, this is annoying. So I bring it to the auto body shop. The guy's like, well, you have this diminished value claim. You have to get a rental car. We'll give you a Urus. It's like, I can rent the Urus? Well, it's a comparable car. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's tits. I'm like, give me a Lambo Urus. It's coming. We'll order the parts for you. And so the tractor trailer company, A. Dewey Pile, is the company. A. Dewey Pile, they're self-insured. So they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So that's that story. Anyway, I go to the auto body store with my brother-in-law. The auto body shop around the corner. Hewlett Auto Body, by the way. JD's Hewlett Auto Body, the best. The absolute best in the neighborhood. I leave there. I go to the fish market and I get a pound of tuna tartare. Look at this. Wow, look at this stack of cash. I love it. And then I'm having tuna tartare with some eel sauce, spicy mayo, and a little bit of soy sauce. We're gonna have to hit the war board today, by the way. And I get a phone call. James is calling me and saying that, I'm at this client's house and they want to take care of the bill later with you. And I'm like, James, thank you for calling. I was like, but you know the policy, right? And do your best to get paid because I'm not a bank, right? And as much as we have a relationship with them for over all these years, that's not cool. She's like, well, she's saying it's a bad time of the month, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking it's not my fault that your shit is effed up and someone put a rag with a stick and jammed it into your exhaust pipe of your tankless water heater. That's not my fault. Right? And if I tell you to take the stick out over on a text message, that's not normal, and you call for service, expect to pay. Right? And if your condensate pump for your tankless water heater is broken, the Sandy Best, right? The one all-in-one thing is broken and you approve to replace it, expect to pay. I don't care that you just paid probably $30,000 in camp tuition for your kids. That's not my problem. As I said, James, try to get paid, but don't be a dick about it. Let's not start any controversies or wars or whatever. And lo and behold, it's 6 o'clock in the evening last night, and I see that they have almost a $1,200 bill. And then the message is customer wants to call the office and talk to Mike and see if the condensate pump that we installed 8 years ago is still under warranty. So I texted him. I'm like, hey, just checking in. Hope all is well. Did everything okay with today's service call that you requested? A few minutes go by, the husband calls. I'm on the other phone with Fluidra tech support for a pool heater. And I say, listen, sorry, I'm on a conference call. I'll call you back. I call him back, and he's like, well, Mike, I appreciate you sending the guy out today. Someone, obviously put a rag and a stick into the exhaust pipe. And it's like, but we didn't think the bill was going to be this high. And you know, and I was like, oh, so my associate, my business partner, right, did work without consulting you, or you and your wife, and just replace parts without making you aware of it. I was like, I didn't even let him speak. I didn't even let him speak. I was like, you know, I have grown a business for providing service excellence in the community since 2008. And I have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to disputes. So if my partner, and I consider them partners, okay, maybe not business partners, right? But we work together, it's a partner. James is a partner. Daniel, if my partner didn't consult with you and let you know what the bill was gonna be, right, which is what you're saying, then I'm gonna void out this invoice. But let me tell you something. I don't think that was the case, but nonetheless, I don't shut my mouth at this point, right? Nonetheless, next time, just call someone else, because we're not gonna be able to service you, I'm sorry. And got him, little like fly. And then I hung up. And I fired their ass. So they stole a condensate pump from me, a neutralizer, and my labor. They stole another fruit fly. These flies, these sewer flies. Anyway, they stole from me. You know what? But good riddance. I'm going to tell you why.
You see that Bosch tankless on the wall? I took that out of their house. It was installed for about a little over a year and a half. And when they were crying, look, Mikey, you put in this Bosch tankless, said it was the best thing since sliced bread. Now it's dead, and Bosch didn't want it out of the warranty for whatever, right? I said, we need hot water. We have all the kids in the house. You know the story, right?
So I put in a Ream iconic tankless water heater there, or a Renai. I forgot what it was. At no cost. You do the right thing. But as much as it feels good to fire their asses, they fucking stole from me. And I hope they're watching this video. But I gotta tell you something. If I see him walking down the street, I wouldn't even recognize him. That's how it feels when you steal from Mikey fucking Pipes. I hope you're watching, scumbag.